And now, a man with giant areolas, Mike Taylor.
Hey, we're going to have to get that fixed. I'm beyond the giant areola stage, man. Come on now. If we paid, we could get people to update that, but for now, it's what it is. Can y'all hear me good? We good? What's up? We're at it's post game, baby. It's our first live one of the season. It's Cowboys Overreact, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. From the Ringer Pub, man, Jones Maltzberger in Thousand Oaks. Cowboys are 2-0, and I think we should celebrate while we can because you know how they play in September and October. They're really good, and y'all know how things go in January. So while it's early in the season, we should celebrate the Cowboys, who the schedule gods have been good to after they come out tonight. And up at Jerry World in the season opener at home, beat the hell out of the Jets today, 30-10. The Cowboys just annihilate New York from start to finish in a game in which they didn't have to do a whole lot of sweating. I bet there's not a lot of guys. Dak Prescott may not even need a shower when he gets to the locker room today. It was just one of those ho-hum days where you didn't have to do a whole lot, and so that's great because, you know, they always say that these NFL games, you know, they're like getting into a car wreck. When you get into a car wreck, it's not good, but the average NFL game, especially from interior linemen, it's the same as getting into a car wreck once a week for 17 games a year. And if your team is lucky enough to go to the playoffs, you get into more car wrecks. And every once in a while, the schedule gods smile upon you, and the car wreck's just a fender bender. So that's good. So outside of Zach Martin tweaking his ankle, which I don't have any reason to believe that it's bad. He didn't finish the game, but it was a blowout. Outside of Zach dinging his ankle and maybe one or two other guys getting a little bit dinged, the Cowboys are able to kind of chill and whip a bad Jets team. And if you don't think the quarterback is important, and I know y'all all do, but if you don't think the quarterback's important, then you don't know jack squat about football, especially on the NFL level, because New York has a very good defense, The Jets have a defense that's capable of winning multiple playoff games. The Jets' offensive line's not very good, but they've got good skill players. They've got good runners. They've got good receivers. They have a dog shit quarterback, and the Cowboys take advantage of that. And boy, imagine how things would have been different had Aaron Rodgers not gotten hurt. Somebody asked me that a minute ago. How does this game look? How's the makeup of this game look differently if Aaron Rodgers does not blow out his Achilles last Monday night? And I think the answer is the game looks astoundingly different. You know, if Rodgers is out there today, then I'm not saying the Cowboys lose. I'm not even saying that but clearly they're going to have to play better than they played today to beat Aaron Rodgers, especially on offense because, well, I don't want to come on here and bitch after a 30-10 win, but I think if Aaron Rodgers does not get hurt, that's probably that's a single-digit score in winning time with, you know, and y'all know how good Aaron Rodgers is. And the amazing games he's had at Jerry World in his career, both against the Cowboys and in the damn Super Bowl. I think if Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt, this game's completely different, and it's one of those go down to the wire, and whoever makes the plays down the stretch, and whoever doesn't, well, maybe not whoever makes plays, but whoever doesn't make mistakes. Rodgers doesn't make any in winning time. The kid they played out there today does. The difference between Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson is maybe New York wins this game, but he doesn't play because he is hurt, and the Cowboys beat their ass, 30-10. Want to hear from people today? You can shoot me a tweet at Mike Taylor Show. You can jump in here to the live chat. We're on YouTube here at the Ringer Pub. It is Cowboys Overreact, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. And just a good time today here at this bar. We had a good time watching it with everybody, and, you know, it's one of those games where, I guess, like I said, probably not a whole lot of guys. Hell, there's time to go to the club if you're a Cowboy. I mean, everything was great. One of those easy, rare nights, and they should welcome it because they don't happen often in the NFL because the NFL is weird, and this is one of those days where your opponent just doesn't have any competitive quarterback. And so this was I think I tweeted this earlier, this was basically the ultimate take what the other team gives you game. Dominate the shitty quarterback for the other team, which is what they did with crushing Zach Wilson. behind a Cowboys defensive front that just, of course, led by Micah Parsons as always. Micah Parsons looked good again. 2 sacks today for Micah, a fumble forced, and man, it sucks that he wasn't able to get the touchdown when he got up, when he stripped the ball, and he's able to get up and run to the end zone. But they call it back. They gave the Cowboys the ball. The fumble was good, but they did not count the touchdown on account of a Jets offensive lineman's leg inadvertently makes contact with Micah's foot while he's still getting up. And so technically a Jet made contact with Micah, although that damn Jet, he had no idea he made contact with Micah. His ass was turned this way. He didn't even know where the ball was, much less Micah Parsons. But the ball's over here, and Micah picks it up, and as Micah's getting up, he still has a knee on the ground, and his leg brushes that offensive lineman's leg. And so technically it was the right call, but, man, it sucks that it got called back. But just a dominant day today for Micah Parsons, a dominant day today for the Cowboys defense, both up front and in the secondary. What do they have, 2-3 interceptions in this game? And it was just the ultimate take what the other club gives you game. Dominate the crappy quarterback for the other team. Run your offense. There was no reason to bust out the Hail Marys and the Statue of Liberties and the bombs. Just go out there knowing that the quarterback for the other team is non-competitive, knowing that your defense is playing tremendous, and just go out there and run the offense and limit mistakes and don't have a bunch of false starts and don't throw the ball all over the yard and just chill and score and take what they give you. And the Cowboys offense got set up with good field position all day long, and to their credit, they took advantage of it. Now, I'm not ready to say that the Cowboys offense is rolling, and it's only 2 games into the season, but thank God they don't have to be rolling. The Giants last week were absolutely non-competitive against that defense. Today, the Jets offense was absolutely non-competitive against the Dallas defense, and as the Dak McCarthy combo tries to get used to working together on a week-to-week basis, it buys the offense some time, and so they did not have to be so dominant on offense today. The time will come where the Cowboys offense is going to be called upon to win a game for them. It's the NFL. And I guarantee you, as good as the Cowboys defense looks here in the first 2 weeks of the season, albeit against Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson, as good as the Cowboys defense has been, and will be good, the Cowboys defense will be solid all year long. But at some point, though, it is the NFL. And you don't win championships playing defense. You win them playing offense. We can argue about that all you want, but y'all wrong. You win Super Bowls playing offense. You win Super Bowls with the elite quarterbacks who make elite plays in winning time. And several times this season as we go along here, going into week 3 next week against Arizona, who sucks, at some point that offense is going to be called upon to win a game. At some point, Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott are going to have to be – their chemistry is going to have to be as good as me and LG's if they're going to perform on those Sundays when the offense is needed to make plays down the stretch. And so far, the offense is they haven't done anything particularly awful. They just haven't lit the world on fire, but again, they don't need to. The time will come when that is needed. And so for now, they get to work on working together because McCarthy is in Dak's head all the games. It's only the second time in Dak's career that he's had McCarthy in his headset. And I'm going to give the offense a few weeks to get started. I'm going to give him a bit of a mulligan here, knowing that the defense is playing terrific, knowing that the schedule is, well, the schedule, it turns out it's crazy how the NFL works. Because when the schedule comes out, it's like, ooh, at the Giants, which is always, even though the Cowboys have owned the Giants recently, it's still you got to go to New York and play a big offensive, a big division game week 1. Then you got big bad Aaron Rodgers and the badass Jets defense coming to town. It's funny how 2 weeks completely changes the complex of a season where it's like, cool, the Cowboys have had a bit of an easy start to the schedule. You got a Giants team that was completely ill-prepared to play. You got a Jets team with the most non-competitive starting quarterback in the league. And now you play an Arizona team that just shit the bed today against the Giants and blew a huge lead with a backup quarterback because Allen's own Kyler Murray's hurt, and it's an easy start to the Cowboys' schedule. So because of that, you're able to go 2-0. And they should go 3-0 next week, even though Dak and McCarthy and the offense are still kind of coming along. Boy, I mean that too. I don't want to, of course, the name of the show is called Overreact. But boy, it's hard to watch. And of course, you don't want to react in the moment. I mean, I can be guilty of that, I admit, but I don't recall the last time I've seen a starting quarterback. Now, granted, I don't watch a lot of the NFL unless the Cowboys are playing. I watch games here and there, Thursday night, Monday night, whatever. But I cannot recall. Maybe y'all will help me out on Twitter or whatever, or on the chat. I do not recall a worse quarterback that the Cowboys have had to face than Zach Wilson. Washington's had some pretty shitty quarterbacks in the last 4 or 5 years, but this kid today, Zach Wilson, was absolutely non-competitive. It's an embarrassment, and you just don't go bringing in quarterbacks off the street once the season starts, because it takes a month to even learn the offense. Not that they can't bring in a veteran. So I don't know who the hell it would be. They can bring somebody off the street and then groom the guy, let the guy spend 3 or 4 weeks getting ready, because if Zach Wilson does not astronomically improve, I just don't see how New York can play the rest of the season. And again, it's week 2. Maybe Wilson miraculously finds something in a few weeks. As maybe all of a sudden the light comes on and he starts getting comfortable. But he was awful today. And I don't think he was nervous. He didn't look nervous to me. His body language didn't seem like he was nervous. I just think he sucks. It's one thing to be nervous and have the yips and be inaccurate and maybe turn the ball over and be unsure because you're nervous. It's a kid that's got starts under his belt. This is a guy that last year, I'm shocked that the Jets even brought the guy back, because he completely lost the team last year with his crap attitude. And everybody hated his ass and wanted him out of the room. The Jets go ahead and keep him. But my God, he was non-competitive. Cooper Rush is better than Zach Wilson. Which was like, how do you, if you're Robert Saleh and the Jets offense and the Jets staff, how do you go through an entire spring, all OTAs, quarterback schools, the whole bit, you go through an entire training camp, and you decide that Zach Wilson's good enough to be your backup? Hell, Will Greer, who the Cowboys released at the end of the summer, I think would have been more competitive against the Cowboys today than Zach Wilson. That was awful, just terrible. And as I say that, how the hell did this Jets team beat the Bills last week? Good Lord. Josh Allen, I'll be ashamed of himself. Buffalo got its stuff right today, and they won their game big, but golly, man, Zach Wilson sucks. He is terrible. So that's it. That's what I got, man. So it was one of those days where, you go out there, it's like, well, all right, the Jets aren't very good. They got a hand tie behind their back and a leg and a testicle. So if we just don't go out there and just completely crap the bed, we're going to win this game. So we'll see what's said in the post game. I don't know if the Cowboys rolled out. I doubt they rolled out all of their offense today. I don't know that they weren't asking Dak to score 40. Dak didn't need to score but 11 to win this game, and things went well. All they could do was go well. That's all there is to it. So. Easy day for the Cowboys. That's what I got. It's rare in the NFL that you get these layups like this, and Dallas took advantage of it. All right, Thomas is in here. Are we ready to say that McCarthy is a better play caller than Kellen Moore? No, I'm not. Well, look, Kevin McCarthy won a Super Bowl play caller. Let's not poo-poo on Mike McCarthy here. Mike McCarthy won a title calling plays with Aaron Rodgers. Mike McCarthy called plays for 12 years in Green Bay. So let's not say that, are we ready to say McCarthy's better than Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore is a respected offensive coordinator and a respected play caller, although he wore his welcome out here. McCarthy's got a shit ton more skins on the wall, so I mean, I'm ready to say McCarthy's at least as good as Kellen Moore. Maybe McCarthy's a bit rusty because he hadn't called plays in a long time. Here's what I'll say about McCarthy. It's not McCarthy's play calling. It's McCarthy's chemistry with Dak. I think that fans forget about the chemistry that is required between a play caller in the middle of the game. Of course, today was easy, but when you have one of these tight games where it's 21-21, or you're throwing Hail Marys at the end of games like just happened in Denver, okay, your offensive coordinator, the guy calling your plays, and the quarterback have to have a husband and wife-like relationship. And I'm not willing to say that McCarthy and Dak are there just yet, but McCarthy's every bit as good, if not better, than Kellen Moore. He's way more accomplished. I just think that he's still getting used to Dak. Kellen Moore called plays for Dak how long? 4 seasons? 3 seasons? Give McCarthy another 6 games or so, and I'll bet you they get on. I bet you the Cowboys. I bet it looks better than it does today. I bet that, because and I'll say this for the offense. The offense does not look awesome just yet. Like I said, at some point they're going to have to lead the way. But and right now, I'm not so sure that I trust the Cowboys offense to lead the way in a game. Like if they had to go out and score 42 in order to win 42-41, can the offense go do that right now? It depends on who you're playing. And it depends on McCarthy and Dak's chemistry, which at some point we'll see. Just didn't have to see it today. So it's a good thing. This is good. Cowboys are taking advantage of the easy start to the schedule. Dak was fine today. He was okay. He didn't need to be much else today than okay. The defense is crazy fun to watch, and they ought to kick Arizona's ass again next week and buy the offense some more time. So there's what I got on that. Josh is in here. We did this same thing to Daniel Jones last week, dominated him. I think it's the defense that's making all these quarterbacks look like trash. I don't want to poo-poo on the defense. And I love Daniel Jones. I'm not saying he's an all-pro. Some idiot that does a podcast in this city picked the Giants to win the freaking division. And they won today. Now it required a 20-point comeback to do so. But they did, which we'll get to in the scoreboard here in a minute. I like Daniel Jones, and that guy's been to the Pro Bowl. That guy won a playoff game on the road last year. Daniel Jones accomplished the same thing Dak Prescott did in the playoffs last year with a road playoff win followed by a loss the next week. So, and of course, but I don't want to take away from the defense. Zach Wilson sucks, though. So that's why you saw it was ugly. So the defense is good, yes, but Zach Wilson's trash, and the defense is good. Now, the defense made Daniel Jones look like trash, although that team wasn't ready to play. Gary's in here, and of course, only on a Cowboys postgame show. Only on a Cowboys postgame show do I get Dak hate on Twitter after a 30-10 victory. I mean, are they ripping quarterbacks? Does Kirk Cousins get ripped by Vikings fans on local Minneapolis podcasts after a 30-10 Vikings victory? I mean, maybe, but not that I'm aware of. Only Cowboys fans come in here and slaughter Dak after a 20-point fucking victory. Sorry to cuss. Gary's in here. Dak ain't elite. Play calling is designed to limit his interception habit, because he didn't even have an interception habit until last year, but whatever. Gary, he's relegated to short hitch and screens. Not trusted to throw over the middle or in traffic. Well, there ain't a whole lot of places to throw outside of over the middle or in traffic. Those field goals should have been touchdowns, but yeah, the defense keeps the thing moving. Look, some of what Gary, I'm not poo-pooing on your entire message. But I am willing to say that you're mostly wrong. Again, you don't go to 3 Pro Bowls. You don't win 24 damn regular season games in 2 years unless you kind of know what you're doing. Now, are they running a West Coast offense this year? Sure. Is Dak being asked to be more of the, I hate the term bus driver, Is he asked to be more conservative? Yeah, he is. Yeah, sure he is. And no one's putting Dak in the Hall of Fame either. But I'm not going to go with the. And he's either it's like if he's not 40 of 40 for 500 yards and 7 touchdowns, then y'all think he sucks. I mean, let's just pull this up here today. Dak did exactly what was asked of him, you know. And by the way, Gary, not to jump on your ass too much, and to Gary's point, so Dak completed 31 passes in this game, 31, but he only threw for 255 yards in the game. That's not even 7 yards of completion. So yeah, that was very bus driver-y. He's better than Trent Dilfer. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Both of those things are true. He's 31 of 38 for 255. I pulled the box score up while I was talking. He only averaged 6.7 yards of completion. He threw 2 touchdowns. He had no interceptions. He only got sacked once. He ran a little bit, and he had a passer rating of 112. If he does that every week, they're going to win 12 more games because the defense is good enough. It is. The offense, since y'all want to talk about offense, that's fine. And the offense isn't where it needs to be just yet. Let me say this, and I mean this, and I've drank a little bit, but I haven't, we're at the Ringer. I'm going to do a little drinking. But I'm not drunk. Point being, that, what the hell was my point? I was making a point about, the offense. This running back depth. And I realized that we had Zeke Elliott before he started falling apart with Tony Pollard. As Tony Pollard was coming up, Zeke was going down just a skosh as Tony Pollard was coming up a skosh. But I'm going to say something here. It's been 5 years since the Cowboys had this much running back depth, okay? I love this little 3-man crew here. It's a 3-man crew now with Deuce Vaughn, who only got 3 carries today, but he also caught 3 passes with Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle, he had 7 rushes and caught a pass. Now, Tony Pollard had 25 carries, but he also caught 7 passes. Tony Pollard was that guy that the Cowboys felt good about elevating to the number 1 hoss, and he was every bit that tonight. But you've got 2 dudes now that do 2 completely different things. Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn are capable of doing things that Zeke Elliott was not capable of doing the last 2 or 3 years because Zeke got relegated to bruiser up the middle goal line guy. Awesome blocker, but the last 2 years Zeke's been a Pro Bowl level blocker and a bowling ball inside the 5-yard line. That's fine. But he does not have near the scat back ability that Rico Dowdle has. I'm not talking about 9 years ago. I'm talking about the last couple of years, of course. And the things that Deuce Vaughn does, God, I mean, he may be the reincarnation of Darren Sproles all those years with the Eagles. And I hate Deuce Vaughn because he's short. He's 5'5", but I can't do nothing but love on his productivity. They've got the most. Hell, Kevontae Turpin got 2 carries today, the kid from TCU, who's not even a running back by trade. It's the deepest running game they've had. They played without Brandon Cooks today, by the way, you Dak haters. Brandon Cooks was brought in to make Dak's life easier, and Cooks tweaked his knee in practice and didn't play today. And so CeeDee Lamb blew up. CeeDee was awesome. And by the way, early punch to me for not mentioning CeeDee Lamb until 20 minutes into the show. CeeDee was sensational. What do you have, 11 catches for a buck? Well, I've got the box score. It was 11 for 143. And was just tremendous today. And as I roll through the box score, how about Luke Schoonmaker, who y'all all hated when the Cowboys drafted? He caught a touchdown. The only catch he had, but it was a touchdown. They got Jake Ferguson more involved this week. He had the touchdown. They're throwing the ball to the running backs more than ever. That's the thing that I'm noticing here with the West Coast offense and the Dak and dunk, if you want to call it that, which many of y'all want because you think Dak's awful. if you're going to do the Dak and dunk, you better have running backs who can catch the ball out of the backfield and make things happen, and they do. So on a day in which you lose Brandon Cooks, who's a downfield threat, they Dak and dunk, and what was it? What was it? Tony Pollard caught 7 passes. 7. He had more passes. He had more catches than anybody but CD. Daldo had a catch. Deuce Vaughn had 3 catches out of the backfield. So they completed 10 passes in this game to a running back, which is a lot. But if you're going to Dak and dunk, it's required to score 30 points in the game and win, and they did. How about Jalen Tolbert? I got to give him his propers. You know, they said all summer that Jalen Tolbert had gotten football smarter. He was a football idiot last year and couldn't get on the field. Hell, he couldn't even dress. He was so bad and just had no grasp of the offense and the game. But Tolbert worked his ass off in the offseason, and it showed. It showed today on a day in which they needed him. He went on a day in which Michael Gallup was non-existent. Jalen Tolbert showed up and caught 3 or 4 balls, and that was real good to see. All right, you boys want to jump in here on the chat? We can. We'll take a drink of beer while I pull up some of these chats here. And I appreciate everybody for taking time on a Sunday afternoon to jump into the chat. Are these all of them right here, LG? What's in front of me?
Yes, sir.
Javier, Taylor, didn't you wear that shirt for the cook-off? Can't quit you, Vato Puro Cowboys. Did I wear this at the barbecue?
I don't remember.
Maybe I did. Yeah, I guess I love this shirt.
Yeah, you've been wearing that shirt a lot lately, actually.
This is my fuck you wear the Cowboys shirt.
You have a very short rotation of shirts.
As you know.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot.
You need to retire some of them and then add some more.
Right. Well, I don't want to overwear this one because I don't want to wear it. I love this shirt. I bought this shirt at Jerry World in the offseason. We went on a tour up there, me and Nina and Noah, her son. Mm-hmm. I bought this at the Cowboys Pro Shop. I love this shirt. It's got that Texas Cowboy Hellscape mix going for it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yeah. And look, my muscle looks bigger when I wear this shirt, too. Look at that.
Okay,
look at that.
all right.
Look how big it makes my muscle look. So I love this shirt, but I don't want to overwear it because it'll get worn out and it'll get tore up. So I'm gonna put it in the back of the rotator when I get home tonight. Although as you know, my rotator's not very deep. I need to get some cooler T-shirts. You know, it's funny he brings it up. I mean, this Cowboy show just turned into a fashion show. That's okay though, because the Cowboys kicked ass, so it's okay.
Yeah, we got to fill.
So so I'm gonna make a declaration to you right here and now.
All right.
I have decided to drop my 10 T-shirt edict. So my entire adult life, I have never had more than 10 T-shirts at a time. Okay? Oh, thank you for that. Somebody just subscribed. What's up, Art Institute Cooking?
Oh, nice.
The Art Institute Cooking just subscribed. What's up? Send me some recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, become a member of this damn thing. It ain't but $6. This beer's more than $6. $6 a month to become a member of our show, and you get to see our free shows, our Cowboys Overreaction presented by Orlando Kell, and you get to see all of our members-only content that we produce 2 or 3 or 4, 6, 7 times a week. All right. So in the last 20 years, I have subscribed to. I'm a minimalist, as you know. I don't need a lot of things.
This is true. Yes.
I don't need high-end things. I don't need a lot of them, I should say. I don't mind having a high-end shirt. I don't mind having a nice. I don't mind having name brand. Like you want to buy me a pair of Prada pants? That's cool, because they'll last a long time. I just don't want a bunch.
All right.
So,
but you wouldn't buy that yourself.
No, I wouldn't drop $300 on jeans. Shit, no. No, but somebody wanted to buy me a pair of Prada jeans, as long as it didn't look too, sissified, and they fit my balls good. It depends on how they hug the nutsack and the butt sack,
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but that all being said, I've always been a minimalist most of my days, and I need to get out of that. I'm making an edict. Now, I got more than 10 T-shirts these days, not a lot more, because I'm a minimalist. Every time I get a new T-shirt, I throw one out. Oh, okay, cool. I found a new cool T-shirt. I'll wear this. Then I'll go and rank the 10 that I have, and whoever gets ranked 10th gets thrown out. That's why I keep the shirts rolling.
There's some in there that you just can't let go, though.
Correct.
Like some sentimental.
You're right about that.
Right.
Yeah, shirts my kid bought me.
Yeah.
Some real cool bootleg Spurs stuff. Yeah, for sure. I got some freebies in there, like the Wemby shirt that dude, the shirt maker gave us, earlier this year.
Fitted threads.
Fitted threads, thank you. So I guess what I'm saying is, now that, because for years I worked for Cheap Channel and I worked for I Fart Radio, and those cheap bastards never had any swag, you know, and they never put our shows on YouTube.
No.
You know how many years I begged them to put our show, to air our shows? They never would. They didn't. They got the money. They just didn't have. They didn't have. No one gave a shit. And so this is the first time I've been videoed, or Is it it's not televised.
Streaming.
Streamed.
Yeah, you're
I've
live
never
streaming.
been streamed consistently like I am now.
Oh, so now you got to step up your wardrobe game? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Correct.
I see.
I think we'll get more members if I start wearing a bunch of killer T-shirts.
If you were more fashionable?
Killer
T-shirts or like T-shirts? You're still gonna. It's just gonna be T-shirts still, though, right?
It can be a Hawaiian shirt like this.
Yeah. You're not gonna be like a suit or like a nice.
No, I'm not gonna wear a suit,
right.
dude. I'm not gonna dress up like Jimmy Johnson or
And then
Jason
if you're
Garrett.
gonna come with like some clean drip over here, as the kids say, you know.
Yeah, I need Dak clean drip. That sound right? Oh, thanks, Holmes. Thank you, Eddie. That's my boy Ed in his Micah Parsons jersey.
Nah.
Buying me beers. So
Those ain't beers. Let's be honest here.
Well, he won't want me getting too drunk on the air, dude. I'm drinking White Claw, bro.
Those have more alcohol than beer.
Okay, well, what do you call it? It's not a beer. What is it, a seltzer?
Yeah.
That's got more alcohol than beer?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no wonder I'm slurring.
They're easier to drink, too.
Nina's on her way to pick me up. I'm not
Oh,
driving.
that's good. You got a
I'm
DD.
good. Yeah, I got a
right.
DD. No,
Yeah.
I'm fine. No, the point I'm making is that now that I'm streamed every day, I can't dress like a slob every day at work. Or
You can't live that radio life
I
anymore.
don't wear
yeah.
slobby things. I just don't have enough. It's like you see the same shirt twice in a week because I don't have very many shirts.
No more picking your nose while you're doing a Cowboys tape.
That really sucks because I'm a nose picker, big time. I'm a butt sniffer. I'm a butt scratcher. I'm a nose picker. I mess with my hair a lot, just nervously. I gotta chill, man, because now I'm being streamed and stuff.
I'm going to start looking for those moments that you slip on camera, and I'll use those as the thumbnails.
That's fine.
Yeah.
One of these days, one of these gutless local television news stations is going to hire me to come do commentary on Sunday nights for 3 minutes and watch your ratings just do nothing but go up. One of these days, that's going to happen, and I'll wear a suit for that. But for our show, I don't want to wear a suit, dude. I'll wear a button down.
Maybe on
nice.
an occasion, you know.
But yeah, I've got to up
show
I
500 or something.
on occasion.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely need to up my shirt game.
Speaking of which,
That's a drop.
we almost have 3,000 subscribers on the channel. I think
Thank y'all.
you should wear a suit
A suit.
if we hit 3,000.
Okay, what number are we up to now, dude?
We're at 36.98 right now.
No shit.
Yeah, or 26.98.
Oh, okay.
26.98. So we need
Oh, okay,
300
cool.
and 2 more subscribers.
Nah, screw that. Screw the subscriber. When we get to 100 members, I'll wear a suit.
Yeah.
Don't, hey, we got to think big here, bro.
All right.
Don't sell ourselves short here. It's six fucking bucks to become a member.
Oh, there's some members jumping in here right now.
Thank y'all,
actually.
members. Yeah. What do we have, like 50-something members?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. We get to 100 members, I'll wear a badass suit. Or do I do the show shirtless and show off the areola?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. We want to gain viewers and subscribers, not
dude,
lose
they want to
them.
see it. That's fine. Look, come on, man. Let's get to 100. Okay, look, 100 members or 3,000 subscribers.
Whichever one comes first.
That's
Whichever one
cool.
comes
And
first.
subscribing's free. So if you're watching this, you're not a subscriber. Quit being that way. All right, quit doing that. Get your ass in here and subscribe to this thing, and be a member too. Keep our asses employed. You know how expensive all this gear is. LG has had to steal half of it because we can't afford most of it. Well, way it goes. Jason's in here. 5 damn field goals because they can't punch it in. I didn't like that, Jason. That's a good point. And again, this offense is not where it needs to be. And it's only week 2. And they're playing another shitty team next week. And the offense does not have to be elite next week either. I'm gonna take the high road. I'm gonna take the positive from that message, dude, because he mentioned the 5 field goals. Yes, that means the offense couldn't punch it in. You know what that also means? It means Brandon Aubrey made 5 field goals today. Okay. Since he shanked the first extra point last week, albeit in the rain, no doubt he had some nerves. It was his first time in the pros. Brandon Aubrey, knock on wood, has been perfect since the shank. I think he has anyway. He's been perfect on all kicks since the shanked extra point last week on the first touchdown in the Giants game. He made 5 field goals today and made them look easy and they were good. They weren't just good. They were good. He kicked the shit out of those today. Totally kicked the shit out of those today. What else, man? Cohen's in here. I thought YouTube had a no drinking on the air thing. Maybe that's just in posted vids. Is that true?
I don't know about that one.
If we can drop the F-bomb, we ought to be able to drink a White Claw.
No, we drink. Everyone drinks on YouTube.
Yeah. Hell,
I think as long as you're not like promoting like binge drinking, like not having like challenges or like keg stands and stuff. As long as just casually doing it, we're
freaking
good.
chick beer, dude. We're fine.
Yeah. This show's not for kids. It's all good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't scroll.
Oh, I'm trying to scroll with my finger. Help me out here.
That's it. That's all there is.
Okay, cool. What else we got in here? I see all y'all. Yeah, we're bringing sexy back. Yeah. Cool. By the way, Javier he's the viewer of the day because he spurred a 10-minute conversation about my attire.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Those are things you got to have stuff like that after 30-10 games. You know, it wasn't like it was down to the wire and they lost and they fucked up.
See, all the ones with stars next to their names, those are members. Those are
what's
paying
up?
members.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit. Show me the stars.
Right there.
Oh, right here. Oh, what's up? I'm gonna give a shout out. To all of our members. Matthew Taylor, the truck driver. What's up? You member?
Yeah. Is he eligible?
That's a gold star. What's the difference between gold, light?
I think it just
depends.
Depends on how long they've been a member, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay, cool. Yeah. My brother's a gold star.
Mm-hmm.
Presley Vallis.
Oh,
Cohen Stokes. George Vallejo. He's a member. I love all y'all others, too. Javier, you're the viewer of the day, Holmes, and you ain't even a member. You're just a subscriber. That's all right. Mr. Seabad. Cowboys were going. Hey man, good to meet you, man. Take care, y'all. Thanks for letting him come. I banged it with my finger and knocked it off. That's a drop.
Oh, you blew it.
That's okay because it's time for the scoreboard anyway. All right, here we go. Let me refresh these scores. Hell of a day in the NFL. Excuse me. Want to fake some NFL music?
Let me see. I might have something in here. What is this?
And now the NFL scoreboard on Cowboys Overreact, presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kell, live from the Ringer Pub in San Antonio, Texas. All right, in no particular order. The Falcons, in a dramatic game, came back from behind at home to beat the Green Bay Packers 25-24. In Buffalo today, the Bills bounced back. You lost to Zach Wilson, Josh Allen. You talk about an overrated mother mucker. Y'all give Dak Prescott so much shit, and Josh Allen, y'all act like he's the second best quarterback in the league, and that motherfucker ain't done nothing but what Dak's done. Throw a bunch of interceptions and win 2 playoff games. But Buffalo looked more like the Bills today and slaughtered the Raiders at home 38-10. My Bengals, man, my boy Joe Burrow. Damn, Joe Burrow's 0-2. But the NFL sucks, and there's plenty of time for him to come back. The Ravens going to Cincinnati and win 27-24. It was a blowout. The Bengals came all the way back from down 3 touchdowns, made it close, but fell short in the end. Up in Detroit, the Fighting Detroit Lions got beaten by the Seahawks at home in overtime, 37-31. So Detroit is unable to keep the momentum from the big win opening week against the Chiefs. They lose at home to the damn Seahawks. Good Lord, the Seahawks, man. The Tennessee Titans beat the Chargers 27-24. How about the Chargers? A lot of y'all picked the Chargers to win the Super Bowl this year. They're 0-2 after a home loss to Tua and the Dolphins. and they lose on the road at Tennessee today. What else? Austin's own Baker Mayfield is 2-0. He leads the Bucs to an easy win over the shit Bears 27-17. My Super Bowl pick, the Jaguars, got beat at home by those Chiefs 17-9. Patty Mahomes was not going to go to 0-2. The Texans get their ass kicked at home by the Colts 31-20, although that kid Richardson, the rookie with the Colts, left with a bad concussion. His head bounced real hard on the turf today. Thank you, Jesse Lujan. Just became a member. What's up, Jesse? That's my boy. We get to a Hyundai, I'll do a show in the suit. What else today? The 49ers get a battle, but go into L.A. and beat the Rams 30-23. In Phoenix, where the Cowboys will be next week, the Cardinals are up. The Giants, after losing to the Cowboys 40-0 last week, are down 20-0 at the half today in Arizona. 20-0. So after 6 quarters, the Giants have been outscored 60-0. And the Giants come all the way back, outscore the Cardinals 31-8 in the second half, and win the game. New York wins after being down 20-0. They win 31-28. It's the biggest comeback for the Giants in their club history since 1950. Meanwhile, the Commanders are down big in Denver. Come all the way back, beat Denver 35-33. Russell Wilson throws a 50-yard touchdown pass as time expires in the fourth quarter to make it 35-33, but the Broncos fail on the extra point and lose to go 0-2. The Commanders win 35-33. And then we got the Sunday night game that's just now kicking off between the Dolphins and the Patriots. How about Tua? First 2 games for them. How about the Dolphins? So their first game of the year is a road game. Their first 2 games of the year are on the road. If they win both games, they beat the Patriots tonight, which I think that they will. Miami's going to be 2-0 with 8 or 9 home games against just 6 road games with the 2-0 start on the road. Dolphins sitting pretty in that division because the Bills are just, my Dolphins may win that division this year, so there's a look at your scoreboard. Okay, when are we back here at the Ringer? October 1? All right, we're back at the Ringer on October the 1st. That's 2 weeks. So the Cowboys, and how about this Cowboys schedule? You never know how it's going to go until you start seeing teams play. And things change just as the weeks go by. A month in the NFL is an eternity. So the Cowboys go and slaughter the Giants on the road. They get an Aaron Rodgers-less Jets team today and win 30-10. Now they get to go to Phoenix and play the Cardinals, who suck, who are playing a backup quarterback because Kyler Murray's hurt. And then week 4, Cowboys play the Patriots, who are only continuing to get worse. Mac Jones looks like Mac Jones is going to play himself out of the league. And so there's no reason why the Cowboys should not be 3-0 heading into the New England game 2 weeks from today, which is our next appearance. So I'm going to be doing these Cowboys Overreacts every Sunday. Not all of them will be here at the Ringer. We're going to do 4 at the Ringer, and maybe the playoffs too if the Cowboys get there, which hopefully they will. But we got 4 of these big shows out here at the Ringer Pub on Joel's Maltzberger in Thousand Oaks. And the next time we'll be out here is in 2 weeks for the Cowboys New England Patriots at Jerry World game. That'll be a 3:25 kick. So if you didn't get a chance to come out to the Ringer and you've been thinking about it, they always have kick-ass drink specials whenever we're out here, like tons. They didn't have the food truck today, but I bet you they do in 2 weeks. There's food trucks. There's good drink specials. You can hang out with us. So we're going to have a watch party back out here at the Ringer in 2 weeks as the Cowboys play the Patriots, and then we'll have the Overreact show when it's over like we did tonight. All right, Cowboys beat the hell out of the Jets. There's not much to say. The Cowboys took what was given to them, played good enough on offense, dominated on defense, and beat the tar out of the Jets tonight, 30-10 the final. Cowboys are 2-0 heading into another game next week that they should win. I'll do a live Facebook chat next Sunday after the Cardinals game. We'll do a big shebang like this on the YouTube channel, though, in 2 weeks after New England. Thanks, everybody that watched this one. Thank you to DJ LG. Thank you to everybody that came out today. Thank you to The Ringer for hosting us. We'll do this again in 2 weeks from The Ringer. I'll do this show next week, but back here at The Ringer in 2 weeks. That's it. Mike Taylor live. Back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll overreact to this Cowboy game and get into the big college football weekend and whatever the hell else comes down between now and then. Love you boys hard. See ya. That's it. Cowboys 30, Jets 10, 2-0, bitches. See y'all next week on Facebook. Love you. Come back, you puppy.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
This is a Bronx-bound 6 local train. The next stop is